Episode Jordan Conspiracy, take 1.
Boom. Oh yeah. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on.
Hello?
Come on. Where's my applause at? You guys suck. There it is. Hey. We're fucking stupid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Late Night, Date Night, Daytime, Day Grind, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for listening, watching, maybe not watching us.
Probably not watching us. All right.
Whoa.
Let's do it.
Welcome back to the
Welcome
program.
back.
I'd like to welcome Keoh, hostess with the mostess.
That's right.
We've got a dog in the house, young kaiju,
There
down
he is,
there hanging
down there
out.
at the floor. Our mascot.
I'm your host, Garrett. We'll take you through whatever you're trying to avoid in your life, work, child support, anything. Turn us on,
The
have
police.
a listen.
Whatever it is.
Whatever. If you're packing
Avoid them.
boxes at Amazon,
Need to kill some time.
driving
Welcome
UPS
to the grind.
packages. What else do people do in the day that? What are jobs that you can just listen to things all day? Like I've started to notice
Librarian.
more and more. There you go, librarian. Like always,
Uber driver.
Yeah, always the Uber drivers, any kind of delivery, FedEx, mailman. They're always either talking to somebody or listening to a podcast.
The guy who does the PTS reports.
Maybe their favorite
TPS reports? TPS reports.
TPS. Yeah, anybody in an office probably.
Yeah, probably. Unless they got like a Cheryl or a Karen.
Keeping a real sharp eye on the office.
Yeah, one of those whistleblowers.
Office hawk.
Hey, stop having fun. You stop that.
Yeah, is that an
Hey,
adult
get
beverage?
Back. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? Hey, you need to put your name on that if it's going in the fridge because Cheryl's hungry.
There are office thieves out there.
Yeah.
If you leave,
Yeah.
like a little birthday cake,
It's gone.
maybe half a sandwich
If it's
that you
Carvel,
forgot about,
it's gone.
it's gone.
100s.
Especially if you wait another day, you just blame it on the janitor.
100 sticks.
You ate my sandwich. You always do. Bro, I wasn't
Yeah.
cleaning up last night.
Go change the oil on the fax machine.
Check the maintenance staff.
Do it. They always get blamed for that. They always blame the maintenance staff. That's
It's
fucked up.
easy scapegoat.
Shit rolls downhill, man.
These are white collar crimes getting tossed down to the blue collar jobs.
Man, trickle down thievometrics.
Nothing says white collar thievery like sandwich.
Oh yeah, man. I keep my collars blue.
Anyway, that's how I feel.
Playoff basketball.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Playoff basketball is really what we're here to talk about today. Anything else is just nonsense. So if you like playoff basketball, listen up. If you don't, we're not going to talk about it the whole episode.
So you should keep listening up. Listen the fuck up, my man.
Listening. It's not
You gotta
a
listen.
basketball episode.
So
What's your first thoughts? You haven't watched much playoffs, have you? Right
I
now?
have not. COVID killed sports for me a little bit. I'm a fair weather sports fan now. Fuck a team. I just watch when the getting's good.
Yeah, but when COVID was going on, there was nothing to do but watch stuff. So the sports that we're playing,
Negative.
I think that would be an easy thing to do.
When I saw those sad fans that were made out of cardboard,
I thought that was pretty funny.
The cardboard cutout fans, I was like, this is stupid. I'm not watching this.
That was pretty, I thought, fun idea.
I'm not watching that.
If you couldn't be there, everyone was going through it, COVID. The fact that you could put your own cardboard cutout in the audience.
Was it their own, though? I don't think it was.
Hang on, let me check myself here. You're not called an audience in a sporting event. What is it called? The group of people.
Called the fans.
Just patrons?
Fans.
Fans? Something seems missing.
I don't know.
That doesn't seem
Patrons
like enough.
seems a little too
gravitas.
fancy for like that guy
But
with
it's
the
not
body paint.
It's not audience. So
No,
what
it's
is it?
definitely not audience.
I feel like I'm missing a word.
Sports fans.
Word retrieval has been an issue lately.
Getting old.
What does that say about concussion protocol.
I don't know, man. When were you last concussed?
I don't remember.
Good answer. Yeah,
Anyway,
you probably wouldn't.
Where were we?
It must have been a good one.
Playoff basketball.
LeBron James.
Yes, LeBron versus
James.
Steph Curry is a hot series.
Yeah.
Depending on when you're watching this, all of this is already done, but still, hot series. Two of the most influential basketball players of our time.
They're playing each other right now. So if you're watching this and you're like, that shit happened 4 months ago, well, there you go. Now you know.
Yeah, this is not like
we're not balling enough to be current. So just
not,
let us talk about our shit, bro.
It's not inside the NBA. This is not, Pat McAfee, which is football, I know. But, we're not giving you real-time information. This is just, let's just reminisce about what happened because you probably didn't watch it anyway.
Yeah, fucker. Tell me.
That coffee is already gone, huh?
Yeah, dude, I had to wake the fuck up.
I feel it.
I had to wake
they
the
feel
fuck
it.
up. Yeah.
They feel it.
Better not be staring at me. Are they looking at me?
I feel a little
Are they eyeballing me right now, dog?
I hope so. I
They better
hope
not
to
be
God
fucking eyeballing me. I'm not even going to look.
somebody's
I
watching
feel
it.
like they're fucking eyeballing me.
So anyway, basketball. What I will say about LeBron versus Steph Curry, two completely different styles. You've got, a once-in-a-lifetime player that can play every position versus, essentially a point guard, shooting guard who changed the way the game is played, becoming so good at dropping the three bomb. Teams have started to follow suit and realize that style of play can be dangerous.
Yeah.
No lead is safe when you got a 3-point shooter.
I don't think there's any question that in regards to perimeter shooting, guy's the GOAT.
Yeah,
I mean, we're talking. He's
greatest shooter of all time.
Yes,
hands down. That's not only piece of his game.
Greatest of all time in shooting.
Skills.
Yes. For perimeter shooting,
or just the 3-point. I mean, that's facts. 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
facts.
but I mean, just shooting in general. Okay. People don't put it up like that. I mean, he takes it to the hole and shoots.
He's
over
slippery.
Guys way
he is slippery.
bigger than him.
I mean, he's got to be 6'1",
but definitely
130 pounds soaking wet.
I mean, he holds the record. He's already cemented it. Mm-hmm. We know that he's legit. But I've always been a huge Steph Curry fan. I've always been a huge Golden State Warriors fan from our days out that way.
Interesting.
My teams are the Miami Heat.
Yes.
Miami Heat and the Golden State Warriors and kind of the Celtics, but not really. Sorry, I didn't grow up in Boston. My family did, bro. I'm
not attached to any team when it comes to pro sports because I just like following certain athletes.
Yeah. And that makes sense.
I like following athletes. I didn't grow up same thing. I didn't grow up in like one town for 20 years where you grew up going to a game. I get that if that's your vibe. I understand it.
I've only gone to Heat games, Laker games, and Warrior games. Those are the only games I've ever attended because of where I was geographically located. But I do have a question for you, Garrett. A question that I need you to go in depth about. We might have to do some Google searches. We might have to really break it down.
Oh, because I know what you're gonna ask about. You want to ask about my boy?
No.
Okay.
You're gonna let me ask my question. That's what you're gonna do.
I was gonna try to give you like a nice lead in because I think I know where you're going. But
what if you're wrong?
I'm wrong all the time.
Is LeBron James the GOAT?
I can't even type. Check out the hate mail I'm getting.
That's true. Is LeBron James the GOAT? That wasn't the question I was going to ask. I know. You were going.
You're not wrong.
You were just stumbling down the wrong rabbit hole.
Is LeBron James the GOAT? No,
he's not the GOAT.
He is in the conversation no matter what. He's on basketball's Mount Rushmore, but I don't know if he will be the GOAT. But I want to play devil's advocate against myself.
Me too.
Like most insane people play chess against themselves, and I'm all for it.
Okay, who is the GOAT?
Well, obviously we're going to go Jordan.
Of course.
Michael Jordan. Everyone knows it. Some call him the Tom Brady of basketball. I don't know why it's so funny, but
it's wild.
Because no one said that.
Nobody's ever said that.
Nobody's ever said that.
That made me sick. I'm mad about it. If anything, he's the Michael Jordan of football.
But that's why I wanted to say it. That's why I wanted to say it.
I hate it.
Because I've heard that 1,000 times. I've never heard anyone say the flip.
Ew.
Let's talk about Jordan. Everyone knows the Tom Brady of basketball.
Jordan is the Tom Brady of basketball. We all know it. We all talk about it. Garrett really liked his joke. But it was a good one.
Okay.
So
obviously Jordan goes to the finals 6 times, wins 6 times.
But does winning the championship matter as much as the repeated crazy stats?
Yeah, because this is what I want to talk about. Everybody's going to talk about how many times LeBron has gone but not won.
Sure.
But here's the other side of the coin that I don't hear enough about is what about all the seasons Jordan was playing and didn't get to the finals?
Right.
So if you don't get to the finals, you get a pass for being mediocre.
Right.
But if you get to the finals and don't win, well, whoa, your legacy tarnished.
This is what I'm saying.
Why?
And it leads me to my next question in defense of the King James. How is the game different today than it was back then?
It's a lot fucking softer, I'll tell you that.
I think it's also a lot faster.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I think it's a fucking lot faster. I don't know for sure, but when I watch highlights from back then and I watch today, these motherfuckers are cutting to the hole.
They're taking off. They're full speed, full flight.
They're going.
You got people like Derrick Rose who basically just destroyed their body attacking the rim, and now they can't play basketball again.
I'm just gonna say it, man. Back then, a lot more wipes. Fast breaks, not as fast.
Okay, interesting.
Fast breaks. John Stockton wasn't fast breaking like fucking Steph Curry. He's not breaking ankles like that. He's shooting like that. Well, he was shooting like that for back then.
Steph Curry breaks some ankles. He's
Steph Curry's broke his own ankles.
He's just slippery.
Steph Curry has almost had to give his ankles away for science. Like they thought he was going to go nowhere in his career because the kid was rolling an ankle every game.
They'll get him some new ones.
I think he might have got new ones because I have not seen the kid roll an ankle in a long time. Yo, listen, I don't know,
just
man.
Put a little stem cell up in there. Go down to South America, get some stem cells in those ankles.
Shit seems a lot faster.
Yeah,
now, do you think that there were better shooters back then? I got to bring it back. I already said the whites don't have the breakaway, but they do got the jump shot.
Better shooters, I will say now, because
I don't think so either.
Great shooters.
I would agree with you. I'm just trying to. I don't want to shit on the white guys too hard.
Like Reggie Miller. I mean, there's always been great shooters, but they didn't push the limit like Steph did with consistency.
Of course not.
Just
speed of release
points. Well, I'll give that to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has the quick release much faster than Steph. Well, that's why he's so good.
I feel like he learned that from Steph. He didn't start that.
No, I don't think so.
I know so. I watched it. I watched it. You're
not giving Klay enough credit.
No,
you're defend Klay here.
Go on ahead. I watched it. They were my team when Klay showed up.
I think they make each other better.
Yes,
I think that's a huge benefit. Kind of like
they do.
Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook.
I agree.
Who, by the way, that just popped in my head because they were, I think, good competitive teammates. But it's so disappointed that they never won a title together because Russ may never win a title now, and he's probably the most athletic player in basketball. Not the best, the most athletic, and he probably not going to get a ring, and that makes me sad.
I was furious that he didn't get cast in those new Ninja Turtle movies. Personally, I mean, he looks more like a Ninja Turtle than most turtles and most ninjas.
Maybe that's why he's so athletic.
He's like Michelangelo, but his personality is a little Leonardo. That's not my favorite.
I'd say more Raphael. He's angry, bro.
Yeah, but he's also pompous.
I think he's more angry than anything else. That's an angry man.
Yeah, he did wear those red glasses, the frameless glasses. You remember the frameless glasses? All the NBA players were wearing glasses with no lenses.
I'm not mad at that.
I am.
I like the vibe.
Just put glass
on
them, dude.
Shooting a Harry Potter movie, it looks better on camera.
That shit's stupid. But they're millionaires. They can do what they want, right?
Yeah.
They were all dressing like that one guy who was in Big Boy's crew with the umbrella. You remember from Outkast?
No, can't say I do.
You guys do.
But I want to talk about a couple seasons averaging triple doubles. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but again, I think he's definitely in a conversation of one of the greatest of all time, somewhere way down here. But LeBron
I'll put him in
James,
like a top 50 guy.
Sure, LeBron James
back on track.
LeBron James.
So you
think he might be the GOAT just for longevity. He's 38 now, and he's still playing like he was when he was in his 20s.
So I want to hear your argument. Order in the court.
That's it.
That's a pretty weak gavel, but
I just said it. I mean, he's still putting up the numbers that he was putting up in his 20s. He's almost 40.
Yeah,
he's still driving to the hole like he was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I do feel like to some degree to, once again flip the script, like people want to give Jordan all this credit. They're like, oh well, he left in his prime. He went and played baseball. Well, like, so what? He didn't play basketball. Right. So guess what? You didn't play.
Right.
Who knows what happened? Maybe he would have broken a Steph Curry ankle, and maybe he wouldn't have played. Maybe the only reason he was able to come back and be so good is because he's sitting around playing baseball, the most boring sport ever. Come at me, internet. Baseball's boring as fuck. And maybe that's why he got so rested and can do it again.
Well, it's so easy to say that Jordan's the best, right? I mean, just going off the Space Jams alone, I mean, it speaks volumes.
All right. We need a tally. We need to pull the whiteboard off the wall. Space Jam.
Space Jam landslide victory, Jordan.
Maximum titles, 6 total. Jordan. So we got 1 down from LeBron. Most points ever scored, LeBron.
I mean, how many triple-doubles has LeBron had?
I have no idea.
It has to be more than Jordan.
Yeah, he's a very different player. So that's another thing. LeBron can play all 5 positions.
Yes.
Jordan, we'll give him 2.
Yes, I would agree with that. I think.
Maybe 3 out of pure athleticism. Well, he's definitely not playing center.
No.
And I mean, I guess he could play forward. What was 6'6"? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't know if he was playing the kind like. I don't think that the competition is what it is now.
Ooh, I'm gonna disagree with you now. I mean, you have players like Charles Barkley who never even won a ring. I mean, there's days against playing against Shaquille O'Neal in his prime.
Right.
I mean,
you're absolutely right. I'm not saying that there wasn't competition, but there was weak links. There was players who there were weak links on every team almost. Not the Bulls, but every team had at least one guy who you don't fucking remember. Who's doesn't matter.
I mean, that's every team. You're not going to remember everybody.
Nowadays, all these guys are wild. The shittiest guy on the team could have been one of the best guys on some of their teams back then. Guaranteed.
It's a lot of talk I'm hearing.
I don't know, man. Like JJ Redick, who gives a shit, right? Here nowadays, JJ Redick would have fucked those guys
was
up.
A college no.
What? JJ Redick, I'm telling you, not Charles Barkley, not Shaquille O'Neal. I'm talking about the other guys who play like JJ Redick. I'm talking about
JJ
the fucking
just
Curse.
He did not blossom in the pro. He's such a good college name.
But would he have blossomed back then?
He was a good player, but not a great player.
But I will look at some of those other guys.
I don't know. It's not a lot of facts to your argument.
I don't know, man. I don't think I need facts. I think it's clear.
I guess this is every sports fan ever.
Yeah.
I don't need facts. I'm telling you.
Well, you can't. There's no facts to have. We're comparing time machines.
Yeah, there's obviously going to be a degree of subjectivity. But
of course.
You've got to have some facts. Like we talked about points. All right, who else is up there? We got to throw the late, great Kobe up there.
Yes.
Kobe never, unfortunately, will probably end up in the greatest.
Would Kobe still be playing nowadays?
Yes.
You think so?
I think they'd have to rip Kobe off the court, similar to a lot of players. I think his body would just like
he was never really the same after that Achilles, but he's still balling. I mean, Kobe's definitely in the conversation.
This is the
but
problem.
who else is in the conversation?
This is the problem with like some of the greatest ever. I mean, you can talk about like Wilt Chamberlain. You can talk about obviously Magic.
I don't know if you can. I don't think you can. People bring them up.
Rings. You could talk Bill Russell. What, he got 11 rings?
People can bring them all up. The conversation has always and will always be Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. Everybody else is erroneous. They count themselves out at some point. They didn't have the longevity. They didn't have the crazy seasons when they didn't go to the playoffs. They didn't have the crazy seasons. They weren't consistently in the playoffs.
I'm gonna put Magic up there.
Magic's up there, but he had a short career.
5 rings. Not that short.
Yeah, but again, dude, I really don't
and played against the Larry Bird Celtics. I mean,
I just feel like back then
stiff.
The fact that the same teams kept going kind of shows you how slanted the league was back then.
That's something I could maybe buy into.
That's what I was saying before when you said I didn't have any facts. I literally said the same thing twice. Well, I'm glad you're buying into it the second time.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking, yeah, there's a lot of dominant teams. It does shake up a little bit, but maybe that was just the way the league was set up then.
Yeah,
teams. I think because of the free agency, and I might just be just making shit up right now, but I think players.
I know I am.
Players, they bounce around a lot more often than they used to. Players really used to stick it out with teams.
Yeah.
Which probably, I mean, was a disservice to their own career. Like, if you got on a good team, great. But if not, it was like expected. Like, well, you got to be a team guy. You got to sit on this mid-level team forever. Got to be a team guy.
Yeah.
Hey, we drafted you, so you better stay with us to eternity and never win.
See, I don't know how the politics worked back then. I don't know how the trades worked back then, but it just seemed very slanted.
Politics were just fucking booze and cocaine. You watch that HBO show about the Lakers? I mean, politics were just women, partying, and money. I think that was your politics back then.
Yeah, but I meant in regards to the trades.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In regards to the trades, the people who were in charge of where the players are going, the people who were making the deals to the players, I feel like people were up in arms when everybody went to the Heat. When they had that super team. And I feel like back then...
Well, that was like the Celtics did that formula, too, with the big three, with Garnett,
sure,
Paul
100%.
Pierce,
But every
Allen.
time it happens nowadays, it's a big fucking deal.
People crying.
But Chicago was like that back then. And nobody was crying until their team lost in the finals.
Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, that was a big three. I mean, here's the reality. It's team sport. You need at least a big three. And I mean, to be good, you need great players across the board.
But
and
I think that's
the sleeper is the bench. You need a deep bench. The bench is what will carry you through the playoffs.
But I think that speaks volumes for LeBron. I really do.
Yeah, because he carries a heavy weight on those giant shoulders. I mean, he's just a huge human.
If he's on your team, you're going to the playoffs.
Can you imagine him out of shape? How big he'd be?
No. Well, his calf muscles have calf muscles.
Be an O-lineman.
Oh, he's wild.
If he decides after basketball to give up fitness and just go full Brando, I'm talking E-Honda.
Yeah. The only thing that ever bothered me about LeBron is the face he makes after he gets fouled. No matter whose fault it is.
He bitches a lot. Yeah,
what happened? I hate it.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
I hate the drama.
Soccer mentality, begging for the foul.
For sure. But the points. Points
is big.
What about old Jimmy Buckets?
Jimmy Buckets, my boy. Jimmy Butler.
Tell me about Jimmy Buckets this year, because I haven't watched basketball for shit this year.
He's playing like a maniac.
Is he?
He's scoring like over 50 points a game in key games. He's a crazy person. He's so good. His story is amazing. He's kicked out of his house, 13, young age, homeless for a while, brings himself up to be a basketball superstar. What I really like about him, too, I'll say, is that when he entered the league, he wasn't a superstar. He actually won the most improved after his rookie year, which shows he's a grinder. So I love that, like, you reach the pinnacle, and some people think like they're there. To see a professional like that say, okay, well, you know what? I'm just getting started. I'm going to use this opportunity as a professional athlete, all these coaches, assistant coaches around me, strength coaches. I'm just going to get better. I think a lot of guys, when they get to the league, they just, I'm in the league, we're here. They don't push it like that. I mean, that to me is insanely impressive, his story. And then, because he was good in Chicago. He was great. He was kind of, playing behind Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was the guy. And then, Derrick Rose, after a couple seasons of
those injuries, dude,
fiery attacks to the rim.
Those injuries, dude.
I mean, he would play angry. He would just run and like.
You know who I think of whenever I think of him too, who was just like killing it back then, was Wade.
I'm always a big Dwayne Wade fan.
Dwayne Wade was killing
Dwayne Wade, yeah. Slippery guy.
Wade was killing him, man.
All-star, for sure.
You remember Linsanity?
Yeah.
Remember when Jeremy Lin came out of nowhere and just started fucking firing off? They got a Netflix special about it, I think, or some shit.
I think, unfortunately, it's just because
it
was such a big deal to have an Asian player be so good, other
Sure.
than like Yao Ming, because he was good, but he wasn't like he's not in the conversation of Derrick Rose and all these guys.
No,
Dwayne
but it is
Wade.
weird to see the way he was playing and then to just fall off kind of feels like Derrick Rose, doesn't it?
Maybe it was the pressure, like the cultural pressure.
I couldn't tell you, bro. We got to tell. Hey, Jeremy Lin, come on.
When you've got something like that on your shoulder, like you're not just grinding like everybody else. Like you've got people behind you. Like that's got to be extra pressure.
That's crazy. But it's wild though, right? Like he was playing out of control, lights out. Like he was starting to be put in conversations with people who we would laugh at now.
Yeah, I think that was,
you know what I mean?
Premature.
Of course it was premature, but when you start doing that, when you start playing like that, he was it injuries?
I don't remember. Let's get back to my boy Jimmy Buckets.
Well, I only steered away from that because we do want to talk about him a little later in the show.
Okay, then let's talk about who else is bringing the heat. The Joker, Djokovic.
Yeah,
he's a wild man.
He's wild.
Joel Embiid, huge right now.
Who's the new dude? The new
Joel Embiid is not new. Is that what you're talking about? Joel Embiid just won the MVP.
I'm not talking about him. Who's the new dude? The white dude, the big old Slovenian
Serbian?
dude.
That's Djokovic. It's the Joker.
Djokovic is a different name, isn't it? I think it's a different. I think he's got a different name. Maybe.
I don't know, man. The Joker's good.
All right.
Joker is good. Either way, a lot of stars. Well,
yes,
I'll tell
I was right. Nikola Jokic. Jokic.
I'm saying it wrong?
Yeah, Djokovic is a different athlete, and that's the only reason that
I'm just saying.
No,
we're talking about the same person.
Yes, now we are. I was making sure.
The Joker.
Who the fuck is Djokovic? Now I have to know.
But what I will tell you is interesting because he actually the other night he scored his playoff career
talking about
high.
The tennis player.
He scored. Yeah. So Jokic. Man, we're awful at this.
But either way, name. I'm not. Come on,
either way, he had a career high the other night, like 50-something points, but they lost. And this is what I find interesting about the league right now. Because I feel like I'm seeing more players than ever score like 40, 50, and that's insane.
Bro, this is the shit I'm talking about. So that shit wasn't happening back then.
Do you think it's good offense or bad defense?
There's no way it's bad defense.
Well, I will say the rules of basketball have been slowly but steadily tailoring to high offense because it's better TV.
Sure.
Shooters are more protected than they've ever been. You can't be in a 3-foot radius of a shooter in the air. God forbid you're in their landing zone, anywhere near them.
And that does change the game.
You're getting free throws. You're getting free throws.
I do agree. But there's a lot of turnovers. There's fucking like defense is still happening. It's just kind of been hobbled. Whether or not defense is better now or better back then, I think is an actual conversation. But I do not think that whether offense was better back then or now is even a conversation. The offenses now are shitting on them.
Well, I will tell you one thing that is definitely better now is sponsors. Here's a word from ours.
They're better now. Nice segue. You're usually really good at those.
Sponsors, take one. I'd like to interrupt your regularly scheduled program to thank our sponsors for today's episode. Today's sponsor is Daedalus Industrial. Small businesses often think they can't afford to automate their processes, but in this labor market, they can't afford not to. At Daedalus, we help small manufacturers understand the best ways to maximize their production through automation and robotics without breaking the bank. Let Daedalus do an automation assessment for your company so you can get back to growing your business, not worrying about how you're going to staff it. Visit our website, Daedalus Industrial, to learn more. That's daedalusindustrial.com. Thanks, and back to the show.
All right, guys, welcome back.
Oh, I got to clap us in. Uno momento. Conspiracy theory. Take. Dose?
All right, welcome back, guys. It is late night, and we are talking about basketball, which isn't really our forte, but hopefully we're making some good points here. And if we're stupid, then you should comment down below and still push that like button.
Well, because
and fucking subscribe for whatever's sake.
Yeah, that's smart. You got to tell the people the YouTube
you got it. Yes. Do it. Fucking subscribe.
What I want to say is, we're just like all sports fans.
Yeah.
We don't know shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know dick. We're just like you.
We're talking shit at a bar.
Yeah.
Making points that are not validated and not backed up, but God,
that's right.
Love us.
Don't they feel good?
We believe it in this moment. I might change my mind 3 minutes from now, but right now, I believe it.
Yeah. We're idiots.
You believe it, it's true.
Just like you. Tune in. Sit down. Let's talk about it.
What does Costanza say?
I don't know.
It's true if you believe it.
There it is. That's true if you believe it. And that leads into our next conversation. We brought up Jimmy Buckets earlier, and I love a good conspiracy theory.
Here at the show, here at Late Night, we are all for perpetuating any false conspiratorial narratives.
Whoa, no, false. False is not. That's not fair.
False, true.
There we go.
We'll let you decide.
That's right. We're not leading our witnesses. We believe it's true.
So
and you brought up a very interesting point about Jimmy Buckets that kind of works towards this.
Okay, tell me. What was the point?
Jimmy Buckets, most improved player.
Yes.
In the league, pro league, or college.
No. This is the NBA.
NBA.
Yeah, when he was with the Bulls.
Michael Jordan, most improved player in high school, actually got cut from the team.
Yep, yeah, that's the age-old Jordan story.
That is the age-old story.
The old fishtail. Do you know what would be a motherfucker is if
that's a lie.
That was all made up?
Well, you know what isn't a lie?
This is before the YouTube era, and even I think a lot of film. I mean, there wasn't a ton. You had to be rich to have a video camera. I bet the truth was fucking high school all-star.
Yeah, high school all-star. He got cut from his high school team. Keep trying, kids. Come back out.
He worked 3 jobs during high school.
Uphill both
practiced, uphill, in the snow, in the equatorial hottest day of the year.
I heard he practiced dribbling a football.
He didn't have time to sleep because you know why? Dribbling.
That's what it is. If you haven't guessed already, you probably have if you do any kind of sports research. But we would like to delve into the Jimmy Butler is the illegitimate son of Michael Jordan. Conspiracy. Yes, that's the one. I believe that it is true. It has to be. I don't know if you've seen their side by side, but
so, hang on. Let's.
It looks legit.
I know you're excited.
I am excited.
And I really think we need to take a moment just for everyone to digest what Keoh is proclaiming.
Yeah.
That Michael Jordan has an illegitimate child by the name of Miami All-Star Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Bucket Butler.
So this is what the internet is telling us. That, and we all know the internet doesn't lie.
It's a fact.
Jimmy Buckets is the illegitimate basketball child of Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
That's right.
I'm not sure if that's his middle name, but it sounds good.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Everybody knows that's his name.
I mean, he's the Tom Brady of basketball.
So, we looked up a video by Mike Korzemba. Mike Korzemba, if you're watching this, good looking out. He really broke it down, and it's a very interesting video.
He does a lot of that
1.2 million people have already watched. So you've probably already watched this.
I didn't know it was like that. 1.2 million.
Well, now you know. It's a little known video in the deep depths of the YouTube algorithm.
Might as well be a documentary at 1.2 million.
Yeah. So this guy went so far as to break down like the day in which Michael Jordan knocked up Jimmy Butler's mom based on his schedule with the Bulls at the time. And I mean,
if you're going to make a claim like that, unlike our show, you got to come with some facts.
We're
changing the name of this podcast to No Facts.
Yeah, no facts.
No,
we don't need
no fun, no facts.
Hey, but that's a fact.
All butt wax.
That's a fact. I don't wax my butt anymore, dude. I stopped doing that.
I'm so sorry for all you scrumpety ladies that find Keoh's butthole.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know what scrumpety is either, but I'm going to start using it. So, Mike Corzimba's video. I have to play a clip from this. We're not going to get demonetized because we're not monetized. So we're going to play a 2-minute clip.
We got no money. I honestly think though with YouTube, I think you can like really clip anybody.
We're going to clip it, dude. Mike Corzimba, if you see this and you're pissed.
It's just something I made up.
That sounds legit, dude. So I'm going to play this, and I just want you guys to hear this breakdown and tell me this shit ain't true.
To say the least. As for the logistics here, as we'll call them, well, Jimmy Butler was born on September 14th, 1989. Babies generally take about 9 months to go from point A to point birth. So, would this be possible? Well, Michael Jordan did indeed play the Houston Rockets early on in 1989. However, they played at Houston on February 3rd, which would mean Jimmy would have been born in just 7 months and 2 weeks. That would have made him a premature baby, and there is no proof that he was one. That has never been mentioned.
But
However, remember the tip that Owens received. That tip stated that these events took place in 1988, which would make sense because if Jimmy was conceived in December, 9 months later, boom, he would be born in September. And would you look at that? The Chicago Bulls actually played the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas on December 3rd, 1988. Dallas is just a 3.5-hour drive to Houston, and it would make sense that Mike would want to go to Houston because of their reputation for having great clubs of some kind.
Scrumpety ladies.
Just so happened to have a 3-day break in between games.
3-day break.
Dallas game, so there was certainly time
Plenty
for
of time
Jordan
to go to
make
Houston.
his way to Dallas and possibly make Jimmy Butler in the process. So
that shit's real.
So this is the deal.
That shit's real.
He goes through a whole series of reasons why. The funniest is, I mean, I feel like you could just really do this with anybody, but they do a split face with Jimmy and Jordan. And they look very similar, same height.
With you and me, and
basketball prowess.
They look similar.
Yeah. I mean, they do. But what a very entertaining conspiracy, if nothing else, because
it's real.
Jimmy Bucket's a monster. Jordan, obviously, monster.
Mm-hmm. It's real, 100% real. There's no way you could disprove it.
If you believe it, it's real.
Exactly. So, guys, down below. If you ever comment on this one. I want to know if it's real or not. State your claim. If you think it's fake, fuck you. I'm deleting your comment.
Even if it's not real, it's just exciting to think about how many basketball legitimate stars there are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? What was it? Was it Wilt Chamberlain or was it, who am I thinking? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Who was the super slut that claimed to had sex with like a couple thousand women in his career? Like something ridiculous. Like it was just like for him to reach his number that he claimed, it was like multiple women a night. Like the league back then, it's like that HBO show. They were, women would just be after every game, just lining up at the hotel. Which I still don't understand. Like, what are they getting out of it? Just a good story that they having sex with an NBA player? Or maybe they're hoping for the Jimmy Butler scenario that this is their way out. If I can just catch one little basketball baby, I don't got to keep dancing. I don't got to keep working the UPS job listening to shitty podcasts about sports facts that, people don't know nothing.
That's true. Yo, did you hear about Delonte West?
Oh, yeah, this is the sad story. I don't know what's recent. I just know the whole story.
He's homeless and shit now?
Yeah, well, he's been that way back and forth.
But back when he was on LeBron's team.
No, what? Is this going to be family appropriate? Because, we're running a family program here.
Well, then I will use family appropriate words.
I'm interested to see or hear.
It is said that Delonte West had intercourse with LeBron James's mom.
Yeah, I believe that.
Confirmed.
A wild night gets wild.
Confirmed conspiracy, so it's true.
That's not a conspiracy. That's just sad, though, that he's got some mental health issues.
Now he looks wild.
Homeless.
I'm looking at him right now, guys.
Well, even I saw some things. Mark Cuban's picked him up a few times, tried to clean him back up, try to get him on his feet, but
dude, he looks crazy, man.
Yeah, that's just a sad story. Well, I mean, it's interesting to see. I mean, I think that's a different case. I think that's some mental health stuff going on. But to see how many players that make so much money and just go broke.
Do you think it's because he's a ginger?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe he was doing some soul searching.
But why do all these players think they're just going to be rich forever?
I don't fucking know.
Like, AI made millions, broke. Rodman got conned out of his money by his supposed agent.
Well, he was buying a lot of wedding dresses and stuff too, so.
Whatever. That's a drop in the bucket for the millions he was making.
Yeah, I guess.
So many professional athletes. I don't know if it's because if they come from not high means or just maybe lack of knowledge, they just stumble upon millions of dollars. Poor guidance. They make all this money and they leave with none of it. Sometimes in debt.
That's crazy. They need like a Jerry Maguire or a Ted Lasso.
I don't know why teams don't help them. I guess because these are, at this point, you're a professional. You're a grown up. You can make your own stupid decisions.
The team is helping them by giving them millions of dollars.
Maybe like a forced retirement fund. we'll sign you, but we're gonna give you retirement.
When you make that much money, man, you don't get a pension. You got to make your own. I don't know who's steering these guys in the wrong direction.
What's their friends? It's all their idiot friends that are they're carrying 20 people everywhere they go, hotels, food, dinners, everything.
Yeah,
it adds
100%. And hey, no judgment, man. I've had a bunch of money before and I lost it, so no judgment. But you can't blame their friends.
No, you can't blame their friends. But
it's on
those
them.
Those aren't your friends if they're leading you to
They're not, but that's a key of making money. Everybody's your friend when you're successful. Like once you get that successful, everybody wants to be your friend. So you got to know who's really your friend.
Yeah. Something that's interesting, I always remembered about, we've known people that have made it. We've known plenty of people that haven't. But a quote I always remember from the Hollyweird days is, remember the people you see on the way up because it's the same people you're going to see on the way down.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like you said, success. All of a sudden, all kinds of doors open. All kinds of people, you have their attention now, and it makes you feel good that these people now recognize you for whatever work you're putting in. But a lot of the time, they're just full of it. The people that really were there for you are the ones that don't give a shit about your success. Mm-hmm. They value you as a person.
Yeah, and those doors that open for you can often be expensive as well. Like, oh, hey, come out with us, and all of a sudden you're getting stuck with the bill. Or,
there's a funny story I saw of Pete Davidson. This is before, he was slaying every Hollywood woman on the planet and everyone, he was getting all these Taco Bell commercials. But when he was coming up in comedy, he's good friends with Kid Cudi. Mm-hmm. And at the time, Cudi was still under Kanye, his production.
I heard this one.
This just cracks me up. And so he's out, Kid Cudi, and said, Ye's going to come through, and it was Kid Cudi's birthday, so Pete Davidson was going to pay. And he said Kanye rolls in and is like ordering everything, and he's asking the chef. He's like, no, I want those rolls you don't give anybody. I want the chef to go crazy. Oh. Pete Davidson, what did he say? Something like, you better call my agent and tell him to book some more colleges because I don't got the money for this. So.
Damn, dog.
So you're right.
No good,
sometimes success opens up doors you wish didn't open.
Yeah.
Really cool to see Kanye at the time. It's not cool.
I got regrets.
The bill Kanye leaves you for being friends with someone who's successful.
Fuck that.
I mean, what do you do?
I don't know. You pay that fucking bill, man. You fucking just be pissed about it. That's all you can do.
You pay your bill. You never go out with Kid Cudi again.
You tell Cudi, hey, this is when my birthday is.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't you forget it.
That's right.
This is my birthday. My birthday. Conveniently, next week's my birthday.
My birthday. Oh, you don't remember? You told me at your birthday we were going to Hawaii.
Right.
And you said you were going to pay for everything.
It's true.
Lonely Star.
You got to get them back on the flip side because you wait too long, they'll forget or they'll be broke. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, that's true.
Another one.
That's probably the moral of the stories is hit your friends up when they're doing well.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100%. How do you think I got here?
Thanks for
Get fucked.
We ordering sushi tonight, bro.
Hey, I'm hungry. You need to feed the talent.
We ordering sushi tonight.
Get fucked, Garrett.
Bro, I giving you the finest frozen pizza Publix has to offer.
That's true, man, with the fucking meatballs and the sausage and shit. Kai ate
All
one.
of it. All of it. This hungry dog wandering around. You can't see him, but this dog, actually, he's about to get on camera, possibly. Interesting. So I guess that's, a lot of morals today, not just sports. My eye is itching. I keep on scratching this thing if anyone's watching.
Damn, dude, I give you pink eye?
Probably.
I didn't think that shit really worked.
Yeah, he's farting on my pillow.
Dog just wandering, huh?
It's not even more. Kai, get out.
Go lay down.
You're ruffling the set.
Come on, have a seat. You want to be on set? You want to be on set?
There we go. But I guess, it's interesting to think of. This is like what I've learned so far about money is the more you make, the more nice things you buy, and you never really feel like you're ahead.
No.
Like you level up, and it's like, oh, great. Oh, look at all this money. But then when you have that money, you're like, okay, well, now I need a house, or now we need to travel here, or we need to be in this friendship circle, live in this neighborhood. And, I'm making all this money, but it's all relative because now you just have greater expenses. So are we ever really ahead? Or maybe are there just some people that are disciplined enough to just be smart? Like I remember this one story about an NFL player that was an Uber driver in the offseason. And he was like, well, I'm not doing anything, so I might as well just make some money.
Isn't it Kawhi Leonard that has like the shittiest fucking SUV ever that he drives every day?
That wouldn't surprise me.
I'm pretty
he has
sure
that disposition.
It's got crazy miles on it, and he like dropped a new engine in it and shit just to like fuck it. Like I'm just gonna keep driving this thing.
Why would I spend $80,000 when I can buy a beat up used engine that's got 200,000 miles for a couple thousand?
I think that was his sentiment.
Or like Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah, I love him so much.
All of his jewelry he wore in the NFL.
Fake. Yeah,
I love
him so much.
I love
He's like, I have the money. Why do I need to buy real jewelry?
Why
For
would I
what?
buy? For what?
You got to do that so that you can show that you have money. I have money, so fake.
Let's get some fake chains.
What do you mean, bro? I already got.
Dang, you do?
Not anymore. But I do have. I got.
I'm wearing fake.
Any jewelry I have is fucking fake. Let's be clear.
Fake Harry Potter glasses. No jewelry.
See me wearing jewelry, just know it's fake. You see me wearing designer, just know that's probably fake too. But I just hate designer, so like I probably wouldn't. This right here, JCPenney's big and tall. And this right here, Gap. Fuck all that fucking designer bullshit, man. I don't got time for it.
I just got a straight coffee ground in the coffee.
Yeah?
I'm going to chew it.
Oh, do that. Nice.
Don't waste it.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah, we got to save that, man. We're not really monetized yet. All we got is some sponsors that are just telling us to hurry the fuck up and make this good.
Fake chains, fake glasses, fake sponsors. This dog might be fake for all I know.
Dude, that is a fake dog. That's a robot dog. You know how hard it was to put the fur on that thing?
So what lessons do you think we can learn from our favorite stars?
Favorite stars?
Just be smarter with your money. But here's the problem though. You got to enjoy a little bit.
No, you got to enjoy it a lot of it. You just got to protect yourself and have forward thinking.
I went way too Vinny Chase in the Hollyweird days.
Yeah.
Whenever I got money, I spent it.
Yeah.
We went out.
I did that shit too.
We rocked it out.
I spent a lot of money.
And it didn't happen? It didn't make it back.
No, I did not make it back. That shit sucked. I was like, I made it back the first time.
I didn't think I'd be alive this long. I didn't think I'd make it.
It wasn't really the plan.
So when you're playing that angle, devil may care attitude, and then you are here, you're like, oh, I guess I've got to be smart about it now.
Yeah, no, now that you're here, we're on the backside of 30, dog.
Yeah,
we gotta fucking do the damn thing. But yeah, that wasn't the plan. I was living fast.
Well, we fixed it. Look, we in a brand new studio. It's fixed. It's solved.
We're pretty.
It's solved.
All right
it's
now.
Solved for now.
Yep.
Would I invite Kanye to dinner? Probably not.
No, not now.
I don't want that expensive sushi.
We don't dislike Jews.
I think,
or anyone.
Yeah, no, we don't dislike anybody. We make a lot of laughs about a lot of things, but the reality is, Keoh and I are probably about the most neutral humans. We love to make fun of everybody, so if you get offended, we're just fooling around. But I really don't care what anyone does with anything. As long as you are a halfway decent person, that's all that matters. I don't care what you do.
I forgive Kanye too if he can apologize.
Yeah.
You know, people make mistakes. I also don't like just be like shunning somebody for saying something stupid. I think at a certain point, you gotta fucking own up to the dumbass shit you said.
We've talked about this
But,
too.
like,
You can't
fuck,
be,
man.
especially when you're. Well, it's different when you become a certain age, I think. But when you're growing up, especially like kids should get a pass.
Bro, Kanye gave me like a
You
lot
should
of
get a
good
pass
songs.
through like 22. You're gonna say the dumbest, most
yeah.
offensive,
Kanye is not
wrong
a
shit
kid,
in your
but-
life. You shouldn't be held responsible for your professional life if you said something dumb when you were 21 and you
dude.
just learned how to drink
For
a
sure.
beer. Like,
For sure.
come on, let
Yeah.
people make mistakes.
People are allowed to make mistakes, and we
Oh
have
my
to.
God.
We
That's
have
how you
to
grow.
forgive them. You gotta shun them for the appropriate amount of time, and then if they show improvement and change in their life, you gotta allow change, man, because we're
Get
all
the
just
fuck
human.
over it.
And if you don't, just know that you're a part of the problem. You're a little bitch.
Yeah,
It's like,
cancel culture. You're
yeah,
a
like,
bitch. You're part of the problem.
You're a part of the problem
You
at
are
that
the
point.
problem.
Like you are. Like if you're just gonna continuously hate somebody over something they did years ago that they have legitimately tried to rectify, then you didn't like them to begin with. You just like hating
And, like,
somebody.
Think about like the boredom. Who is sitting on the internet digging up shit from 20 years ago? Like, why?
Internet trolls.
So
That's what they do.
bored.
That's how they chase clout.
Go
I'm that
do
guy.
something.
I'm that whistleblower.
Get outside. Just do something else.
There's some people though. Like I've talked to people who were like, "Oh, you know that one time that this so and so artist, you know, got leaked. That this shit got leaked, and they were all pissed off." I'm not trying to use names, but this really did happen. He like trolled a very prevalent artist to the point where the artist had to address him publicly, and that was his claim to fame. He was like, "Yeah, I made him talk. I made him address me publicly."
It's like when Rajah Bell was guarding Kobe in one of the series when he was playing for the Phoenix Suns and he was making all this noise about how him and Kobe have beef. And Kobe in his interview was like, who is this kid?
Kobe's a man, dude.
Who?
Kobe's
Like,
a man, dude.
Like, come on. Like, you're just
Kobe-
looking for 5 minutes of fame. Come on.
Kobe was as smart as he was athletic. I
Yeah,
mean,
he was a very
he's
smart guy.
sharp, like razor sharp.
Speaks multiple languages.
Yeah.
Oscar winner, right? For his I Love Basketball thing he did.
I think so. Mm-hmm. I love his beef. Personally, you can't get better. I mean, it's a tender cut, dude.
If only we could edit.
It's good beef, dude. Get fucked.
But lessons learned. I think the older I get, I'm so less impressed with a lot of the famous shit, a lot of the pomp, a lot of the ceremonies.
It's true.
Things I used to hold in high regard, like the Oscars is a good example. I feel like one episode we ragged on the Oscars because I think this is trash, absolute trash now.
Yeah, I hate it.
And I
felt
used to
that
really
way.
like it, and maybe that was just I kind of bought into, the program, and I was drinking the Kool-Aid. But it's like that stuff now, like going to cool parties, getting accolades.
Yeah.
I'm kind of less impressed.
I'm gonna run it back just to what you said because I have the perfect person to interview in regards to the Oscars.
Ooh.
He is a cinephile. He knows everything there is to know about movies to the date. He can tell you the director, the date, the time.
Is that like people that have sex with movies?
Yes. I think it's just people who are just like big into movies. Okay. If he might have sex with them too or to them, but I never asked. His name is Edwin Correa, and he will come on this show. He doesn't know it yet, but if you're watching this, you will be coming on.
He's not
and
watching.
I think he actually is. He can actually give us in-depth information on the Oscars as a whole, as from the beginning of time when it started, because he's watched every single one until now. And I'm very curious what you think, Eddie, about the Oscars nowadays, and when you think the fall happened. When did it start to become a joke? Because it's a joke to me now.
Yeah.
And I'm curious.
It makes me sad because I like the idea of those things. Like, I think award shows of all time, this should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are, maybe it's like a sports mind I have that I try to transition into art. But I like the idea of awards and winning. Like, there should be like best performance of the year, director,
Yes.
etc. But
Yes.
it should be, something we agree on. The Hollywood Foreign Press, who the hell knows, makes up these clowns because they're always smelling their own farts and whatever they think is, the most important thing of the year. And the fact that they'll ignore, what the public likes, like Marvel movies is an easy target. Like, people don't think that they're cinema, but dude, the people have spoken. When you're making that much money and making that many people happy, fans of a medium, comic books, everything, and you take it to film and you do well, make good products that people love. Okay, well, that's a great piece of art.
Yeah.
We should be thrilled about it, not turn our nose up to it because it's not, a black and white film in another language that has a deep, thought out, meaningful message that you're going to need to think about the next 6 months to truly understand what the director is trying to tell you.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on, bro.
I agree.
This is a TikTok universe now. I need 3 minutes of action, and I'm moving on.
That might be too much for me, man. I'm more like a 1-2 minute guy.
That shows you how much I know about TikTok.
No, man, I'm saying that you can do 3 minutes, I think, but that's just a lot,
What is average TikTok?
Fucking probably like 10 seconds.
Oh, this shit.
No, but they can go long form. They can go long form.
Just the fact they were saying 3 minutes is long form tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, dude. But
interesting.
It's
but hey,
me.
But you know what though? I will say, I don't want to be a curmudgeon. Different medium, different tastes. That's what the population wants. That's what they're getting. It makes them happy. Who am I to judge?
What kind of girls did you say I liked earlier? Crumpity?
Scrumpity. Bunch of scrumpity talk twins.
Get over here, you scrumpity whores. God, I love it. I'm going to find some scrumpettes.
Well, it kind of comes off scrumpet. Well, really, that's kind of a made-up word, but strumpet. It's like a synonym for...
Synonym?
For hooah.
Talking about
Shakespearean. Shakespearean hooahs.
Shakespearean hooah, huh?
I'll give you a soliloquy.
Every time I've heard scrumpet, I think it was from Ninja Turtles.
Well,
Raphael.
Strumpet's a real word.
Scrumpet.
Scrumpet is, I don't know. I just stumbled through that on accident, probably.
I don't know. But I remember Raphael was like, cricket? How about crumpet? I don't know. He said something stupid. It was fighting Casey Jones.
Have you been doing the Flavor Saver the whole time?
Flavor Saver all day, bro.
Since when?
Fucking Vietnam.
I feel like this is a new edition.
Nah, dog.
I feel like you were sitting
check the
hard
facts,
mustache.
homie. I shaved it.
This podcast called No Facts.
I shaved
No facts, no fun.
I shaved it one time last year, but it grew back. So like there might be 2 episodes with me maximum without the flavor of save.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It changes the ball game.
Not really. It's been the same ball game. I mean, it does change the ball game, but this is the same ball game. This ball game never changed.
Yeah.
Really. I don't know, but would you like me to shave it?
No.
Good, because I'm fucking not going to. But yeah, man, these are my flavor savers. This one smells like the front. This one smells like the back.
Well, what have you learned today in this episode?
Learn we don't know shit about basketball. But
that's true.
I think we made some good points for 2 guys who really don't know shit about basketball.
I don't know shit about shit.
I think that LeBron James might be the GOAT. And I hate to say it because Jordan's such an easy pick and Kobe, but I really think he might be the GOAT just based on the length of play at this performance level at a certain point has to be respected and has to be put on a fucking pedestal. This shit is crazy, man. He's still putting up these crazy ass numbers. He's carrying teams.
All right, well, I guess if we can surmise for everybody that's made it to the end, if there's one thing we can agree on, Jimmy Butler is the GOAT. Son of Michael Jordan. He's overtaken the throne as the number 1 basketball player of all time. Don't ever let Kanye come to your sushi party. Save your money, invest it. Do not take out your friends if you make money. If you don't have money, drive Uber. Save your pennies. Until next week, tune in so we can do all that stuff too.
Yes! Another one down.